Hi loves, hi family, welcome on today's episode of Soft Glam. If it's your first time seeing this gorgeous face, my name is Zairu and I will be taking you through today's look. And first we want to start out with your brows. Ensure that you brush off your brows into the right direction that you'd like to draw your brows towards. Then go ahead and clean up your brows for excessive hair. If you have your hair threaded or even waxed, the better. And this also helps that concealer can be able to clean out smoothly. So I will go ahead and draw my brows, then moisturize my face. I'm using Nivea moisturizer, so you can use any, but do not forget to moisturize your under eye, because your dry under eye is the reason why you tend to have cracked under eye or very dry cakey under eye. So I'll go in with my foundation today. I'm measuring on the technique and not on the product, so ensure that provided you have the technique, you can use any product you have really. So I will go ahead and blend out my foundation, and this one is just to ensure that the foundation blend out seamlessly. You have to use a water face mist or even rose water, then you blend it using the brush. Use just a little amount and do not forget your neck. This is a very crucial part that people tend to forgetting that people can notice it, especially when you're wearing something that leaves out your neck like I do today. And then we will proceed with concealer. So for the concealer part, you want to ensure that you do not put foundation under your eyes, and then you go ahead and use concealer slightly below your under eye. Do not use it closer to your bottom waterline. Just ensure that it gives that room to be able to blend it out. And then I will go ahead and use it all over the place that I need it to have that highlight and the structure of my face to pop out. Yes, so for your forehead, you go ahead and use a very slight one because you do not have your forehead shallowing and shouting all over. So from this part, you will use a very darker concealer. The one I was using was brighter than my skin tone by 2 times. Then you go ahead using a darker concealer. You can even use your foundation, that is. Then you can contour your nose, then you blend it all out. For concealer, you have just to dab it out and to the topper part of your chin. This gives it the facelift that lifts your face onto your chin area. Ensure that the line connects with the tail of your brows. That's the trick to ensure that your your concealer is perfectly blended out. All right, just dab in the product, then you'll go in with a beauty blender to dab in the darker concealer on that you use to contour your nose or even the foundation. All right, so you just dab it where the product is placed. You do not want to drag it where we placed the concealer. I will go ahead and use a very thin brush to blend out the thin line of the concealer, not to smudge it around the other area. Then before it dries down, I go in with setting powder, and this is just to ensure that you do not have that crease under eye. When it's still damp, you press the powder in. You use a very slight force and press it in all over your under eye, your top lid, and any other place below your nose as well. People tend to forget also your smile lines. So for your smile lines, you'll find that after sometimes there is a very harsh line around your mouth. This trick here helps to ensure that your smile line does not stay to be harsh. Do not forget the bottom of your nose. You understand the bridge of your nose and your nose? Yes, it will usually store up product. So we'll go in with blush. For my side, I'm using just 2 eyeshadow, just like I've shown you, an orange one and a pink one. Then I use it on top of my chin, just where we place the concealer. I will go ahead with a finishing powder, and then this is actually a loose powder, and use my powder brush to reverse contour my cheekbone. You see now that it gives me that lift, that my cheekbone has a structure from the top part of my brow, like the tail part. I will go ahead and use the remaining product on my forehead and any other part of my face, just to ensure that everything is blended out smoothly. Ensure that you blend this as soon as possible. Let it not dry down, to ensure that it has that harsh, bright, powdery look. I will go ahead and line my eyeliner. I'll use a darker foundation I'm wondering why I keep on saying foundation today. I meant to say a darker eyeshadow. So for this one, we do not want that very strong liquid eyeliner look. For me, I prefer for the soft glam every day, you just use a very dark eyeshadow. It will give the same effect. I will go in with mascara and then brush out my eyelashes and then go in with highlighter. So this part, you want to ensure that you place it just on top of your bridge of the nose and the tip of your nose together with your high point of your cheekbones. And then after that, I will go in, wipe off the excess lip oil and line my lips. I'm still using the same eye pencil that I used from my eyebrows. This is Davies in the shade 13. Yes. So ensure that you also blend the eyeliner, that it does not get to be very harsh. I will go in with a nude lipstick and then smudge it around my lips and allow it to dry. Then go in with lip gloss. Before everything dries down, set everything down with a setting mist or a setting spray if you want it matte. Then do not forget to go over your face with a damp beauty blender to ensure that everything marinates in perfectly, and this ensure that your makeup stays. Thank you very much for staying up to this far, and ensure you like, comment and subscribe. See you on the next one. Bye bye for now.